Ladies and gentlemen, it's the holiday season. But one team we're not thankful for is the New Orleans Saints. Ain't that right, Mike? We're
They're
not
the
thankful.
worst.
We're not thankful for Dennis Allen or Derek Carr. Dude, like, what do we even say here as we start this another episode of the 504 podcast? What do we say about this team? They play your biggest rivals, cupcake schedule. You're now below 500. You win the game if Derek Carr doesn't throw a pick six. You also win the game if you convert 2 touchdowns out of the 5 field goals you hit. I just like they're a disaster. You've said it for weeks. There's no future. There's no plan. Like, good friend of mine, Louis Pusker, said Mickey Loomis needs to be held accountable as well because he wants to view this as the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? And how they want to keep stability and you want to keep the same coach. Well, Dennis Allen isn't Mike Tomlin. He's not Bill Cowell, right? He's none of those guys. He's a 20 and 50 head coach, 20 and 48, whatever his shitty ass record is. I mean, what are we doing here, Mike?
No, it's time to blow it up. I don't think Saints fans realize the long road ahead. I think my dad was, just telling me stuff today. I was like, Dad, it's not like that I don't care about the Saints anymore, but I don't care about the Saints this season. Like, I'm just completely out. Like, this is good. This is about to be a 3 to 5 year rebuild. And honestly, it's going to come down to getting the right leadership at coach, because I think that's the most important in the NFL is coaching. Coaching, and quarterbacks are the two most important things in the NFL. So the Saints have neither one of those things at the moment, which is frustrating. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks. It's pretty controversial, I guess. But I mean, would you rather the Saints make the playoffs and get bounced in the first or second round, or would you rather them have a top 10 pick, top 8 pick, and just fire everyone else and just restart? So
the team isn't winning the Super Bowl. Like I was like in the beginning.
No, if you had a chance, I would say the otherwise, but I don't think they have any kind of chance whatsoever.
I don't. I really don't. Dude, I watched 2 completely different coach teams. I watched, obviously, the Saints. Then I had to go cover the Broncos versus the Browns and watch a team that was 1-5 and missed the playoffs the last 6 years, win 5 straight, and make Russell Wilson look like a completely different quarterback in a season ago. Coaching matters.
Yeah, no, I agree. One thing I was kind of thinking too is like, okay, Derek Carr, he's been pretty awful this year. Like, everyone knows it. Everyone rips on him. Twitter just goes off on him. Just anywhere you look, he's going to get ripped on. But like, kind of what you said with like Peyton is like, look at Russell Wilson last year. He looked like completely washed. And then if you get someone the right coach and just right scheme, I'm not saying Derek Carr is even better than Russell Wilson, but like, he can improve upon these things. So
also, confidence means a lot.
Yeah, that too. So if you don't have leadership from the top on, and then if you don't have leadership from Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael, or pretty much anyone, you're not going to get it from Derek Carr. So it's just it trickles down. The vibes. It seems like every week they ask these players the same questions, and you can see the frustration growing, and they're running out of different answers to say. So
it's like Kamara. Kamara had the perfect soundbite. It's like, dude, it's like, yeah. Everybody keeps saying we got to fix the problem, but nobody's doing anything about fixing the problem. And then Dennis Allen was like, yeah, we just got to fix the problem. I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Come on, man.
My dad was like, he's like, you going to listen to Bobby Hebert? He's like, he's ripping the Saints right now. I'm like, sure. I put on like one thing. Anytime Dennis Allen speaks, it pisses me off to no one. He's like, look. He always says, look, like Sean Payton did. Like, he's like emulating Sean Payton. It literally drives me insane. Look. Anytime he answers any kind of fucking question, it's look.
Now
look,
listen now.
Listen. It's just oh my God. It's just, I don't know. The team needs to blow up. Saints fans just need to grip reality of it. This isn't the Peyton Breeze era anymore, and it's over. Like, it needs to blow up. So just complete overhaul of everything. And I mean, some guy, shout out John Singler. This dude has some great tweets. He's like, the draft next year. We have our own first, thank Christ, and then we don't even have our second round pick, but we do have Denver's. Then we know we're a third or fourth round pick, but we have a fifth, a comp, 3 5s that are going to be compensatory picks, a 6, and a 7. So like we really don't have that much, unless you want to package 4 5s and move up to a third round or second round or whatever. But yeah, it's just gloomy days ahead, and we just need better leadership. I think that's just
I agree.
the gist of it. But anything else you want to hit Saints wise?
Dude, no, that's it. I mean, Jared Carr's getting his receivers killed. Wonder why they don't want to play for him. I don't know, man.
Who do we got? Who we got? The Lions this week?
Coming off of a loss too.
Yeah, a hungry Lions team. I was about to say. The Saints are at home. The Saints don't even play well at home. They've actually been one of the
domination's done.
No, that shit's been gone the past few years. That stereotype is long overdue. But yeah, that should be a good. I think the spread's only 4. I was kind of surprised by that. Typically, home teams get 3 points just right off the bat. But yeah, what would you bet if you had to bet this game? What would you bet?
Detroit.
Just money line or points?
Points.
The spread was like 3 early in the week, so a lot of the public is going Detroit. But yeah, if Detroit would have won last week, I would have been okay. But yeah, this will be a hungry Detroit team. Dan Campbell's coming back to New Orleans. I think they're going to run the ball down our throats. That's my prediction. Atlanta did it with these. So remember when Saints had like 3 seasons or 2.5 seasons where they didn't allow a 100-yard rusher, and now it's like
all the time.
Yeah, no, it's.
But the line's not great, dude. Like,
who
are your defensive tackles?
I mean, Brazil's been a good rookie. Saunders isn't bad. Who's that other guy we signed? He's been okay. But there's really no. Yeah, Malcolm Roach is okay, but there's no standout guys. I said this before the season. You're just kind of a rotation of like average or above average players. But I think Brazil can turn into something. Cam Jordan didn't do shit last week. I think he even was like limping off the field. If Cam Jordan's limping off the field, we're in serious trouble because that dude's been Iron Man. But yeah, I mean, we even drafted Foskey in the second round. You haven't heard his name one day. Hasn't done a damn thing. No one talks about that. So it's just disappointing.
Blooming days. All right, let's talk about another gloomy subject. Well, I mean, they're hot and cold. They're yes and no. They're in and then they're out. They're up and then they're down. The New Orleans Pelicans. Dude, the Jazz, bro, just the disrespect on New Orleans Jazz night to beat us like that, dude. But my biggest concern is BI and Zion playing well together.
It seems like they played well. It seems like they're clicking more. Let's just say that. But it's the problem is it's so hard getting a read on these guys because they're never healthy. Like BI's either hurt, Zion's, he can't play a back-to-back. It's just
which I'm okay with. We can have this argument.
Let's have this argument towards the end. But yeah, it's just like I don't know. But I saw. It's just the same shit. I mean, I feel like I've been saying this for 100 years now. It's like, when are we going to get healthy? When are we going to get healthy? So I know McCollum's coming back.
Getting close. Yeah.
Yeah, McCollum's coming back. Murphy's coming back. Matty Ice will probably come back in a week or so. So, but I was kind of thinking, like, dude, a lot of these guys aren't going to play. Like,
I know Matt Ryan's not playing.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's going to go in if, like, the team's really struggling and they need something. But like, yeah, I don't. Hawkins' minutes will probably go down.
Dyson.
Just someone take the fucking ball away from Dyson on offense. I mean, he should not have the ball more than 3 seconds. Like he should be the assist guy. Dyson should be averaging like 8, 10, and like 6. Like honestly, like he really should be. Like if he's taking more than 1-3 a game, we're in trouble. So he's just got no bag. I don't mind when he attacks the rim, but other than that, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, know your role. You're a good defensive player.
No, he's been great defensively, but yeah, when he can push in transition, he can pass, but as soon as he tries anything beyond that, it gets a little scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're consistently inconsistent for the past 2 years. So I really don't know what it is. It's just the NBA though. Like the NBA is so hit or miss.
You want to go on the Zion debate? Do you want to start it off?
Dude, all right. Well, you want to go over the facts?
Here, no. You start it off, and I'll say why I agree with them sitting him.
Okay. He's 23 years old. That right there. Okay. There's no evidence on back-to-backs. All the guys that sit back-to-backs, there's almost zero evidence that this shit has ever worked. This is a fairly new thing, and injuries are still more common than they've ever been. Zion is only good. Okay, when you look at Zion's trajectory from the past and even now, like you can see it this season, he's playing himself into shape. How do you play yourself into shape? It's in the fucking words. Playing yourself into shape, playing the game. Even Coach K said that when he had Zion at his best and all that. Like, he played the damn dude. Like, you have to do it. So he, you know, all the talk was, I'm in the best shape of my life, but yet he can't play a back to back. They've been coddling him this entire time. Is this his 5th year now, 6th year? Like, they've been coddling him the entire time. Hasn't worked. Like, at some point, you just got to be like, look, dude, like, just play the damn game. But I understand if you want to rest him back to back here and there, but like, it seems like this is going to be the rest of the season. So I understand your argument's going to be, oh, keep him till April or whatever. But like, dude, how many games have we lost because he hasn't played? It's at least 3, 4.
You would lose more if he gets hurt. He got hurt on a back-to-back last year versus 76ers. My whole thing, you talked about Coach K playing him. First off, back-to-backs are dumb. I hate back-to-backs.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree on that.
All right. So you talked about Duke playing him. I was like, yeah, he was playing twice a week at Duke. He's playing 3 times a week in the NBA. He's not going to play 4.
But he's practicing every single day in college. Yeah. That's the difference. Like NBA, these guys. So if Zion doesn't play, look, so there's a back-to-back. That means he's got to go hard in practice, and then because then they fly back and they probably take a day off. Like, they don't practice in the NBA.
No, they don't.
So that's another reason you got to play this dude.
But you can't do back-to-backs because you don't want the strain on his body right now. It works. It does work because you know who it works for? You know who does it? Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid is constantly hurt.
Yes, exactly. That's literally Zion. Zion's worse than Joel Embiid. He's worse.
Well, not the first few years now.
Can you let me
go.
My whole speech? All right. So you look at Joel Embiid. His first 3 years in the NBA, Joel Embiid played 36 games. Zion Williamson, the last 3 years in the NBA, hasn't played a lot of games. Right? They're both injury prone. They're both incredible when they're on the court. So you got to do whatever you can to make them play in the court. Last year, Zion really didn't sit back-to-backs. And then he played a back-to-back versus 76ers, playing a ton of minutes, pulled his hamstring. We didn't see him the rest of the season. We didn't see him. That was January. January, what, 2nd?
Something like that. So it was supposed to be like a month or a couple-week recovery. Yep, and ended up being the whole season.
So my whole thing is you keep Zion going. You play him three games a week. There's a back-to-back. I'm okay with sitting him just because you want him to play the entire season because that dude's your best player. He is. He's better than Brandon Ingram. He's more impactful basketball player than Brandon Ingram. If that dude goes down and you miss him for a month or 2 months, that's a killer. So I'm okay with him missing one game every 2 or 3 weeks than him missing multiple games. And so far, it's worked.
Yeah, but we've lost literally 2 games or possibly more than that.
It's about the future. It's about being like you're gonna exhaust this dude right now.
What about
be hurt in December?
What about playing him back-to-backs, but you put him on a minutes restriction of like 25 minutes per game or like 20 minutes per game? I'd much rather have that than him like play 36 or 32 and then not play him at all. What if you just play him 25 minutes? Like
you should beat all right, first of all, the 2 games that they lost, you should beat the fucking Jazz. You should have beat them last night. And then you blow a 14-point lead to the Timberwolves. A 14-point
Because you
lead.
don't have your closer. Every single game they look at Zion at the end of the games like there's no movement. There ain't shit. Like it's either Zion or like a BI
There
contested
you go.
fall away mid range.
CJ
It's nothing in
McCollum's
between.
coming back. Trey Murphy's coming back. I'm telling you, stay the course with this. Get me to April. Get me to May. I don't give a shit about November basketball.
But these minuscule games, they add up. They compound
They
on
add
each
up.
other.
But we said this last year when we were sitting pretty, the 1 seed, playing them back-to-backs, and he gets hurt. And then you're done.
Just lowers minutes.
Mike, you know what the insanity is? Is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
But that's the thing. They're not doing things over and over again. They've been coddling him this entire career. So what are they doing over and over again?
Last year they played him full. They did. They didn't
Okay,
Joel and beat him.
Yeah, my dad even pointed out, he's like, they're putting too many minutes on him. And I would just say cut down the minutes. You don't like put him on. A minutes restriction seems like when you say that, people flinch. It's like, oh, he's only playing 15, 20 minutes. Like, all right, well, then cap it at 30. Like, cap it at 31, 32. Like, I don't know. I think it deflates the team. Like, whenever you lose your best player and you just see him just sitting there like this shit, like about to fall asleep on the fucking bench, it's deflating. It's like, dude, you're healthy. You could be closing this. Yeah, dude, you're healthy. You could be closing this fucking game out right now. Like,
yeah. But
like
maybe
dude,
we're not there yet with him.
You played more sports than me. Like,
yeah, but
college. What if you saw your best player is like, fuck this. I'm not playing today.
But Mike, this dude hasn't been healthy his entire career. He's not there yet. Why would I expect him to play every single game right now?
I don't think he'll ever be there.
Exactly.
He's not there.
That's why you do this, to prevent that.
But I just don't think there's any evidence of this stuff actually working.
Look, we'll come back to this if he gets hurt and he's out for the year in January.
Dude, he's gonna get hurt again.
But if he plays till April and he makes it to April and he's available in April and May for a run, you got to say it works. Because it works for Embiid.
Embiid had a torn knee.
Zion did too.
Playoffs. No, in the playoff. Was it last year?
I know. I'm talking about Embiid his whole career. His whole career has been doing this.
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard comparing those two guys.
I think this is the most comparable player to him.
Why? Embiid's so much bigger.
Yeah, but Zion's so much bigger.
I don't know.
They're super talented, athletic bigs who are injury prone early.
Who do you think will have a longer career? Let's say that.
Embiid.
Yeah, because he's bigger. He's not explosive like Zion. But we'll see. I don't know. It's just frustrating. It's just seeing the same shit over and over, and it's just like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just when you see these close games happen, and they lose, and like Zion could have taken the last shot. It's just like it just puts a little extra sting in it, and it's just frustrating.
I know, but you gotta look at the future. You gotta look at the big picture. Look at the big picture.
I don't know.
Care about April, not November.
Then we just hired a new medical staff too, and they're worse than Nelson. How is that possible?
I think that was all Nelson's injuries. A lot of them, like they're dealing with Nelson's injuries with Zion, and then a CJ. That's a CJ had that. Before.
CJ, yeah, that doesn't count. Okay, yeah, I guess they are lingering because Jose had that thing before them.
Yes, and then
Murphy.
It was on the USA team. So,
dude, it's that.
It's November. It's still early. You're 500 now. I'm okay with it. All right, you'll make your run when you get everybody back. I'm okay right now with the Pelicans. I am.
Yeah, like I said, they just need to limp along and just stay within the top 10, and just when everyone gets healthy for the 100th billionth time, yeah, you see what you can do. But yeah, I mean they'll be fine. Anything else you've noticed with the Pelicans?
Jordan Hawkins is really good.
Yeah. No, he shows a lot more than just shooting too. Huh?
I think Valanciunas has improved defensively from last year.
Well, he only plays like 10 minutes a game now. Like, there's like so many times when I watch the game, like, where the hell is Valanciunas? I haven't seen him like an hour in real time. But they did this last year. I get that's what I'm saying. Like, do this with Zion, but not to the same extent as Valanciunas. But like limit his minutes. That's why Valanciunas was like an Iron Man last year. He played every game. Like he only plays like 20 something minutes a game. I feels like. I mean, Utah last night, they were killing us on the boards. I'm like, where the hell is Valanciunas? Like,
Dude, that's the perfect game to play on the whole game.
yeah, I don't know. Dude, I will tell you this though. I would give up a lot for Walker Kessler. He would be incredible to have on this team.
He's a beast. I didn't think he would be that good coming out of Auburn, but he is.
Yeah, I liked him out of Auburn because he could shoot threes, and then he was Defensive Player of the Year. That's like two telltale signs that the dude's going to be good.
5 blocks a game in Auburn.
Yeah, I'm like every Pels fan's thinking that new guy from Vanderbilt. What's his name? Robbins.
Yeah,
Liam Robbins. They're like, he's the next Kessler. I'm like, all right, relax. But isn't that his name?
Yeah, Earl Robinson.
No, not Earl. Liam Robbins. He had that foot injury or shin injury.
Yeah.
No,
he's not. He's nowhere near Kessler.
They need some kind of defensive presence because, like, yeah, it's frustrating when big guys just beat up on the little guys. So
yeah,
you can't rely on it.
You want to talk JD?
What you got?
Heisman. I mean, I just like looking at it. I think Bo Nix is going to win it. I think Jaden Daniels should win it. Deserves to win it. Jaden Daniels has 10 more touchdowns, over 1,000 more total yards of offense. Just comes down to this weekend. If Bo Nix falls out, they're going to say, hey, he's going to college football playoffs. He's going to go in.
I was going to bet Oregon money line just to hedge emotions, but dude, they're 10-point favorites. I mean, why is that so high?
I do think they're the better team. I think they have a way better defense. I think they're better up front. They played maybe their worst football game on the road to Washington and still probably should have won.
Bro, it's so easy playing. I wouldn't say it's so easy, but the blueprint on playing the Knicks is just like let him go, let him go over the top. Like, the dude can't throw the ball worth a shit deep.
Yeah, and they run the football really well, so you stop the run first.
Yeah, like I would have a bunch of guys in the box and play press. Like, I don't think it's that difficult. I mean, the blueprint on him is pretty easy. So, I saw a crazy stat. Jaden Daniels had more touchdowns over 20 yards than what was the stat? Knicks has had 17 completions of over 20 yards or more, and Daniels had like more like 20. That was before the A&M game, so like 20 plus. Yeah, it's something ridiculous. Like I just see on Twitter and like every day, it's just like people throw out these stats of Jaden Daniels, and like any stat you want to look up, he's so much more superior than Knicks. It's not even funny.
You're right.
It's just it's ridiculous. Like I could throw any stat in the world at you, and
you're right.
We could have a 4-hour podcast on why it's better, but yeah, I mean strength of schedule has to mean something. Bo Nix had to leave the SEC to go do what he's doing now, and it's still not even that impressive in my opinion. So, I mean, there's a reason why Bo Nix is even considered to be a first-round pick.
That's what I'm about to say, man. Is a dumb team fucking?
Yeah, I don't get it. Where do you think Jaden Daniels is going to go in the draft? I told Nagy last week he's going to be a top 5 pick.
Dude, he might. He's skyrocketing, especially the way he's been able to throw the football, man. He's just – I don't want to say Lamar Jackson, but he's Lamar Jackson-like, dude.
He's a better passer. Runner, I'd say he's on par. But, dude, like if – I was telling my dad this, like, Jaden Daniels is 6'4", which is considered to be like the perfect, like one of the perfect 6'4" to like 6'6" is considered to be the perfect height for a QB. So that checks the box. He's 210, like that's what he's listed at. Like,
dude, he was 185 when he came to LSU.
Yeah, so like he's shown that he can put more on his frame if he has to. Like, okay, that's check. He's leaner. You don't want him to be heavier. Like he's leaner, so he can put on another 10 pounds. He's fast as shit. He's elusive. He's quick. His deep ball accuracy is probably the best in the country. Like his mid-range passing is pretty good. And he'll miss some every now and then, but I think every quarterback does. He's literally perfect.
And he's able to take coaching and criticism, which is huge.
Yeah, he seems like
so much. And his
Yeah.
time.
His mental is good. Like I think like a lot with QBs, it's like the mentality and like, are you coachable? Like you said, like, are you smart? Can you pick it up? And it seems like he is. He doesn't seem like a Jamarcus kind of Russell kind of guy. So he does seem like he does have a lot of leadership qualities. I don't see the disconnect on why he's not even considered to be a top 5 pick right now. Some mocks I've seen, but yeah, it's
I think that comes more in March when people realize that.
wait, what?
That's going to come in March and February when people are like, oh crap, yeah.
Oh, when he runs the 40 at his pro
Yeah.
day or at the combine, he's gonna run like a 4.4, 4.3, whatever the hell it's gonna be. Like people are gonna be blown away. So, yeah, no, he's the whole package in my eyes. I mean, I'm obviously an LSU fan, I'm biased, but like even the stats prove it. He's gonna hopefully wins the Heisman justly. So, yeah, the dude's amazing.
You want to do some bets?
Yeah, what you got?
I got Tulane 5-point favorites over SMU. SMU starting quarterbacks out. Huge blow for the Mustangs. Tulane wins. They go to their second straight New Year's Six Bowl. Willie Fritz also, a little Tulane plug. Willie Fritz also in discussions with the Houston job. I don't think he will take it.
It's kind of a lateral move at this point.
It is, but you got to rebuild Houston, and that's going to be like a 3-year rebuild in the Big 12. By that time, he's 67, where he's already got this train moving with Tulane. Yeah, but that Tulane's my bet, as well as the Iowa-Michigan under. Iowa, I don't know what the under is, but Iowa has been hit the under, I think it's like 11 times this year, 10 times this year. It's insane. They had a 26.5 over-under last week against Nebraska, and they hit the under. It's insane. Also, Phil Parker is the best defensive coordinator in college football. I've been saying that for the last 4 years now, 3 years.
What, he's with Tulane?
No, he's with Iowa. He's the defensive coordinator. They won 10 games this year when their offense couldn't score.
Yeah.
And it's because of their defense. Every year, their defense is incredible.
Is he going to get any consideration for?
He doesn't want any. He's what Dennis Allen should be. You understand your role. You know that you're not a head coach. You know you're a really good coordinator.
So you don't think he could level up to like an SEC thing? He just wants to stick at Iowa. Like what?
He's been at
LSU might call. I mean,
he's been at Iowa for like 30 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Iowa. You covered them more than most people I know. So.
My last pick is going to be Louisville over Florida State. Money line Louisville. They didn't look great against Florida. Their backup quarterback. Louisville is coming off of a loss. First Kentucky. I think Louisville is frauds, but Florida State's hurting right now. Louisville's the more healthy team. I think they win the ACC championship. It's my 3 picks for this weekend.
I feel like a lot of people are going to tell Louisville. You think?
Yeah, I do.
Iowa plus 23. Can they cover that?
What's the over under?
35 and a half.
Dude, that's easy. That's the easiest fucking under.
Georgia, Alabama. Georgia's 6-point favorites. That client is 4.5. Now it's 6.
I'm not touching that game. I don't think Georgia's really played anybody this year, so I don't know what Georgia's gonna do. And dude, something about Bama's quarterback. He's got some magic in him.
See, like you say, like Georgia hasn't played anyone, but I'm gonna read you these lists of teams they played and tell me if like it compares to Michigan or any of these bullshit.
Oh no, Michigan hasn't played anybday either. But
Ohio. Well, I'm just saying, like Mizzou, Ole Miss, Tennessee, like 10. I mean, those aren't like thorough. I mean, Ole Miss and Mizzou, or what's Ole Miss now? 12 or 11?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the SEC is brutal, but yeah, no, they haven't played like a top tier school. Bama's definitely. The toughest matchup. But yeah, I hate betting against Alabama. If I were to bet this, I'd just take Bama money line. Fuck it. But yeah, no, it's the over under is 54.5. I'm assuming Georgia's defense is still pretty good, huh?
Yeah, no, they're really good. Carson.
Yeah.
second in the SEC in passing yards.
What's
Georgia's
the over-under for the Oregon game?
what is it? Dude, it's got
66.5.
Yeah, I was about to say that. He's like
That's ridiculous.
766. That's
Where's
on
it at?
Sunday too.
UNLV. Oh, it's in the Raider Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yep, and then the next day UNLV hosts the West Championship. So, dude, busy weekend in Vegas. I would have been in Vegas if Air Force would have won.
Oh, one thing I want to touch on. Did you see all these commits decommitting from Colorado?
Yeah, so Colorado does have an offensive coordinator.
Doesn't have one?
He went to he got the head coaching job at San Diego State.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's also rumors of a pretty high name quarterback, don't know who it is yet, coming from the portal.
Oh, it's probably Washington State's QB?
Yeah, but Shador's playing next year, so whoever it is a freshman.
A freshman?
Yeah, and it's obviously not Arch Manning, so I'm not sure who.
Yeah, I was gonna say like Arch and Dion. That's an interesting.
No.
Was that photo of Arch and Levy real?
No, that was before. That was like before he was committed to Texas.
Oh, okay.
Old photo.
Yeah, well, who Levy was with Ole Miss then, right?
Yeah.
It was Ole Miss, OU, and then him. Okay. Yeah, because I saw that on Twitter. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. I don't see why that happened. You might as well go to Ole Miss and try and beat out Jackson Dart, but
and Walker, dude, how did that move work out for Walker Howard?
Dude, if Walker Howard was stuck around,
he'd be competing.
Him and Nussbus. I mean, I don't, dude. You guys can say what you want about Nussbus, but clearly got a lot of talent. I don't know. Is he really a sure thing? I don't think so.
He's a gunslinger.
Yeah, that's all people say. He's a gunslinger. And it's like, oh yeah, he's definitely a gunslinger. No, what is who's the QB from Washington State? What's his name?
Cameron, like Ward.
Ward. That dude, is that dude going to transfer?
Yeah, I heard he is.
What else? You be in the mix for that?
Potentially, I think. Who did I saw? I saw one team. I can't think of it.
I saw something on Twitter. I don't know if it was real.
Mississippi State. I saw for him.
Dude, every school, like 95% of the schools out there should be lining up for this dude. That dude's a beast.
He is a beast. I think he's second in the country in passing yards.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna go somewhere. He's gonna go somewhere and get like $1 million, and then he's gonna go to the draft. I mean, but if you're LSU, why not try and make a play for him?
Yep.
I mean, they should make a play for a QB regardless and have him come compete with Nussbus. But
yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
I heard Michael Pratt's name regarding LSU as well.
Transferring?
If he doesn't go to the draft.
Well, where would he go in the draft?
Probably third, fourth round, maybe fifth.
So So QBs always do the same shit. Like whatever round you think he's going in, move it up around. Because teams are so desperate for QBs.
Yeah, and Pratt's been really good for.
I would say if the Saints if he's sitting in a third round, and the Saints he's sitting there for the Saints. Saints had their third or fourth round picks. Never mind. I don't know. You think he'll be a good QB in the NFL?
He'd be a really good backup. With a chance to be. I think his ceiling's Andy Dalton. He's mobile. Remember Andy Dalton when he was younger, when he was a little bit more mobile? Because Pratt's mobile. Pratt can run. He's smart, can throw the football.
How big is he?
It's like 6'2", 6'3".
Okay. Interesting.
He reminds me of Andy Dalton. Besides the red hair.
The Red Rocket. Yeah, Red Rifle. Yeah, dude. I miss Andy Dalton at this point.
Yeah.
You guys crucified me before the season.
Yeah, I'm going to take that L as well. I got my L for you coming next week. I need Zach here, though.
No, we're not doing this.
We're going to do it.
No, we'll do it after this.
All right. I got to go check on my ribs, man. That's all I got.
All right. Well, if you guys can like and subscribe, we'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon.
Love you.